Hello and welcome to another video from me, Rough Swordsman Wargamer. In this two-part video I once again play DVG's Warfighter WWII, but using the Shore Invasion expansion. As you know, 2019 is the 75th anniversary of D-Day, so I thought I'd pay a small tribute, in this case, to the brave Canadians who assaulted Juno Beach. Again, I made a few small mistakes. I always do. Anyway, I hope you enjoy it. Right, here's the setup. As you can see, it looks a little different to the usual setup with Warfighter WWII. Here's our, if I can get it in focus, here's our mission. Establish the beachhead. Resources 70, time is on 7, the objective is 4 away, it's always 4 away, and each soldier starts the mission with 1 suppression, so that's awkward. 70 sounds a lot, resource points, and it is, but you're going to need them. Here's our objective. Now, as it's the Canadians, it should really be, I suppose, Mike or Nan green sector. But there we go. The hostiles down the bottom are drawn from the shore defense deck. And this card starts active. So straight away, whatever you draw is going to be firing at us. The 2 blank spaces are going to be filled with a random surf and a random beach card. Let's have a look at the squad. Excuse me, I'm still suffering from hay fever. Here's our player soldier, White. He has 3 CX, which means combat experience, so he can draw 3 cards every soldier turn, which will be handy. The veteran, marksman, overcome and panic skills. He's armed with the Mark I rifle and something I haven't tried before, some of these rifle grenades, because as I say, these Germans are going to be firing at us from a distance, so we need something we can fire a little ways away with some power to see if we can knock them out. The veteran skill, which gives White an extra action each soldier turn and a couple of more experience points. And there's the marksman skill. I've also equipped him with the sergeant specialist skill, which not only gives him another couple of experience points and 2 knowledge, which means he can one only draw of 2 cards at the start of the game, but also he can remove a suppression from a soldier once each soldier turn. The bolt action, which allows somebody with a bolt action rifle to take the 2nd shot without discarding a card. There's Mr. Panicky. And the leadership skill, which I try and use when I can, because it adds 1 movement to all the soldiers. And the overcome nation skill means he can add 4 once per mission at 4 movement. Here's Clark, our first non-player soldier. He's the machine gunner. He comes with a couple of experience points and the marksman and machine gunner skill, which for 1 XP, if he inflicts a kill on a hostile, he can inflict another kill on that same hostile. Our medic, Wilson, he's armed with the Mark I rifle and the usual trimmings of a medic, the first aid kit and the corpsman skill. Here is Pelletier. He's our scoped rifleman. He's going to be staying back and trying to pick off from a distance some of the Germans. A couple of experience points. Comes with the focus skill, which I don't think is going to be much use to us today, and the rifleman skill. There's Tremblay. He has a Sten gun, which is only good when he gets into the objective card because it has a range of 0. But to offset that, he's got the Piat rocket launcher as well with some rockets, so he can fire at least 1 away. And our last soldier is a squaddy, Martin or Martin, 1 experience points and a couple of actions. It's worth noting that if we do get in to the objective, it does say all auto attacks in this location gain spray. So Tremblay and Clark will have spray on their guns. Right, that's the setup. We'll see you on the table. Okay, let's get going. Just one thing. Apologies for the dark bits and some glare on the board and that, because over here in merry old England, it's what's known as the rainy season, which everybody else calls summertime. So it's been raining, overcast. So I've had to put all the lights on. So apologies for that, for the video quality. First thing we do then is choose our surf location. So give these a shuffle. Use that one. And the same for the beach. There we go. Let's see what we got. Choppy surf. Add 1 to this location's entrance cost for each soldier in this location. So, yes, as they all pile in, they're all being bumped about, getting kicked out again. So the cost goes up and up, which is a good reason why we're going to have a big hand of cards in a minute. Good. And hostile beach. Hostiles gain +1 on all attack rolls against soldiers in this location. Oh, great. So it's not bad enough that in a second I'm going to be drawing loads of hostiles, nasty hostiles to boot, for the, well, what we're calling Mike Green sector. But they'll be active and they'll be firing down at us straight away, and they get a +1 on there. Brutal. Okay, let's see what we get then. Let's see who we're up against. I have shuffled these. It doesn't make much difference. They're all nasty. We need to get 8 points worth. Well, there's 1. I'll show you these when I've dealt them out. 1. Oh yeah. 2. 5. 6. Jeez. 7. 8. Oh, we finished. Okay, thank you. Let's have a look what we got. We've got a couple of garrisons. They're the same. You can see that the cover on these things is quite high. It drops when we get into this location, but at the moment they're dug in, they're fortified, they're ready for us, and we're running up through this surf, through this beach, and they're just sitting there taking pot shots at us. So the cover, it's quite hard to hit them, so their cover is high. You'll also notice that they're all elite. So that's the 2 garrisons. What else we got? We've got the heavy machine gun defense. Now, these are nasty. Cover of 7. Drops to 3 when we get into the location, into the objective. But they do 2 wounds and do it again if they throw high against that poor individual. Penetration 2. And it targets the lowest resourced point, who is, it's going to be Martin. So poor old Martin is going to be targeted by these. Grenadier defenders. That's quite interesting, because if you inflict an enemy killed in action on this using something blowy uppy, it blows them up. Because they're grenadiers, all their grenades blow up when you throw a grenade at them or something similar. They have a penetration 1 as well, because of these grenades are lobbing at you. And again it drops to 2. And because they're lobbing grenades, if there's lots of you in that location and the person they're targeting is in your location, you all get hit. So, nasty. And fortified garrison, did I do that? That's a fortified garrison. That's just a fortified garrison. 7. Hard things. And the last thing doesn't target anything, but it helps the hostiles in the location. It's improved positions. It adds +1 to their cover for any attacks outside the objective. It disappears, we discard this, as soon as a soldier gets onto the objective. But until then, they get this +1 cover. So the thing with this expansion is not only is it brutal, there's lots to think about, because every card has different things. These have got penetrations. Some, actually, we're looking at them, we might have been a bit lucky. I'll hold judgment on that until I see who they're targeting. But some of the cards add +2, +1 to the entrance cost, so it's really hard to get up the beach. We haven't got any of those, but we've got deadly penetration additions and things like that. Let's see their targeting first, and then we'll comment. I'm looking here, I'm not cheating, I'm going to get a number 6 out for the, where are they, heavy machine gun defence. They're targeting number 6. Right, let's have a mix up. And the fortified garrison is targeting number 2, our Bren Gunner. The garrison number 6 again. Oh dear, sorry, number 6. I've got it in for you, Martin. Number 4 for the Grenadiers. That's okay because he's going to stay back anyway and take pot shots. Number 5 for the other garrison. That's our Rocket Man. And the improved positions don't get anything, they just stay there and add +1. So that's that. Next thing we do is pick our hand, our opening hand of action cards. Now, white has got health of 7. We get 3 combat experience, so that's 10. And the sergeant gives us a one-off, a one-time only, 2 knowledge, which means draw 2 cards at the beginning of the game. So that's 12. Okay, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So our brave Canadians have got to get off onto the beach, on Juno Beach. Let's see how they get on. Let's see what we got. What I'm going to do, just quickly look through them. I'm going to get rid of cards I don't need, like these location markers, because they're bucksheet, and we can discard them to help us get into this thing. Oh, mortar support. Now that's a goodie. A big, huge mortar attack on something in the objective might be good, because these don't move. These stay here. They're not going to move. They're just taking pot shots at us. They're in concrete and things. And these poor souls are running up a beach being fired on. Steady aim. That's a goodie. I think we'll keep that one. Flanking attack. May make a move, then an attack. That might be good. Snapshot. Cautious. Walk it off. Ooh, they're all quite good. I think we'll put rally down there. Advance. That might be handy. If we can get hit, once we get here, it gets easier. Well, say easier to enter the location. So advance we might not need, but I'll just keep it there because this will rank up, you know, rapidly as we move in. Infiltrate. No, we don't need that. That's the nature location. I know they're nature locations, but there's no additions to entrance costs, so that's a useless card. Trailblazing I don't think we'll need. Flanking, all right, we'll keep those for now. We've got a few to discard without thinking about. The other thing is we need lots of cards because apart from Clark with the Bren and Tremblay with the Sten, everybody else has got Mark 1s. And they are bolt action rifles, and if they want to fire them a second time, they have to, or I have to, discard a card. So we need lots of cards. The next thing is, you'll notice that every soldier has got a suppression on, because as I said, I think in the setup, the mission card does say each soldier starts the mission with 1 suppress. And here's something I didn't mention. As it's a shore invasion, they were transported to the beach in a landing craft. You have a couple of choices, and I've chosen landing craft Dog 4. And it says when a soldier is in the mission card, he may only spend actions to move and remove suppress. His cover is reduced to 0. He cannot play action cards during the hostile's turn. So this is saying, get out the landing craft, get through the surf, get on the beach, get up there. It's dangerous, but not as dangerous as staying in the mission card. Now, I think we have been tremendously fortunate with the cards as they look, because this one, this one, this one, and this one can only target here and here. So they're not going to attack us until we get up here, and they're only going to attack number 6, number 2, 5 and 4. So we've got to be a bit careful what happens. Yeah, it would be the 2 guys that can fire. Well, he's not targeting number 1. But number 5 is our rocket man, so you know he's got to get here to fire his rockets. The only one that causes problems at the moment is the heavy machine gun defense, because they have a range of 0 to 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, so they can attack along here anywhere. And they're attacking or targeting number 6. So straight away, the others get a bit of a respite for now, but number 6 is going to have it right from the start. So we've got to be aware of that. Okay, next thing we do is get rid of these suppressions. They cost an action, so an action is gone from White, an action is gone from Clark. Wilson has only got 1 action, so I'm going to use the Sergeant skill, which says I can remove a suppression from any soldier at the start of each soldier turn. So we're going to use that, it keeps his action. Use an action, use an action, use an action. Okay, the problem is we've only got 1 action left, and that's just going to get us moving, hopefully, into the choppy surf. So let's do that. Let's move number 4 first, because he's going to be camping here and firing from a distance with his scoped Mark 1. Now he's got a movement of 2, the leadership makes it 3, but we only need 1 to enter, so he can enter quite easily. Oops. And he moves in and sets up his rifle. Number 6. He might as well move in, because he's being targeted by these guys anyway, who have a range of 0 to 3. He has a movement of 2, but this is now an entrance of 2, so that's okay, and he gets an extra 1 movement, so he's okay to move in. But you can see what's happening as we're moving in. So we turn them over. This is getting harder and harder to get in. This has now got an entrance of 3. We're going to move in number 2, our Bren Gunner. He has a movement of 1, movement of 2. This is 1, 2, 3. So we need to discard a card, and we can get rid of one of those location markers. They're no use to us now. So he's in. This has now got a movement entrance cost of 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll move in Tremblay. He needs to get up there anyway to fire his rockets. He has a movement of 1. Movement of 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have to get rid of 2 cards. Can you see how sort of it's getting a bit silly? Yep, we'll get rid of those 2 cards. Trailblazing and another location marker. And he moves in, number 5. We'll move in number 1, because he's our player soldier. He has a movement of 2, movement of 3 with the leadership, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get in. So we need, I tell you what, he's going to use his overcome, which adds 4 to his movement. This is a movement entrance of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He has a movement of 2, 3, and 4 is 7, so that's more than enough, so we can get rid of his little square. Put that over there for reference. And he moves in. Number 3. He hasn't got the overcome, has he? No, that's our medic. Whoops, what's happened here? There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to get in. He has a movement of 3, 4 with the leadership. Oh, that's cool. Got to get rid of 2 cards. We'll get rid of those. Those are ones I put aside. And that's it. Everybody, whoops, everybody, whoops, no, hold on. Yeah, moved in. Yes, and the anti-suppress. Right, everybody's had a go. White has got a movement, an action left, but can't use it. So he can't fire, he's too far away. Oh, he's moved in. Oh, sorry about that. The dog was deciding to do a Fred Astaire impersonation upstairs, and it was sounding a little bit loud. So anyway, everybody's had their turn. It's now the hostiles' turn, and the only hostiles that can attack, as I say, are these, because they have a range of 0 to 3, and they're attacking number 6. So good luck, Martin. He has a cover of 2. Let's see what we get. Cover of throw of 4 gets through the cover, and a 2 is a miss, but he does get suppressed. But that could have been a lot worse. Right. Nobody else, as I say, can attack. We haven't attacked yet because we've just moved up. So what I'll do is I think I'll leave it there because it's been on a little bit. Don't want to make them too long. So part 2 will be a continuation of Brave Canadians assaulting Juno Beach in June of 1944. So far, we've been lucky. Let's see how we get on in part 2. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy this sort of thing, please consider subscribing, liking, pushing the bell, leave a comment. I love to see comments, any questions, whatever. But thanks again for watching, and we'll see you very soon in part 2. Bye.